Hi guys, and welcome to today's YouTube Live on Friday, 6 p.m. So today we're going to do just what we did last week. I'm going to go through Nifty, Bank Nifty, and a bunch of sectors. I also got Vasan to help me write on what happened on the macro front. So then we look at some data and try to correlate it with actually two sectors. So if you're ready, type something in the chat, tell me you're ready, and we'll begin. So the first thing I want to show you, let's open up my screen. You'll see here that we have Nifty on the weekly chart. And the beauty over here is that we have these two lines that you see over here, okay? Now remember, how you draw these lines don't really matter. A lot of people say you need to draw these lines perfectly connecting XYZ body or the wick. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that the markets are consolidating or falling for some time. The actual drawing of the trend line doesn't matter. Now generally when that trend line breaks and the market retraces, like you got this over here, there's a retrace here, right? This, from here, if the market moves up, there is usually a massive move up that continues, and this is on a weekly chart. So if this does not fail, markets will move up a lot. And I also use something called the Nifty PE ratio. This is a bad way to value Nifty, by the way, okay? But this is a great way to just look at one valuation metric and see, are we expensive or not? It's just one more tool you as an investor or a trader can actually look at. And you'll see over here that markets are fairly priced based on historical numbers. If you just look at Nifty PE, it's at the median of 21. The median is 20.5. So it's just about okay right now. So not a bad time to actually invest in the market. Actually, it's never a bad time if your horizon is like 7-10 years. So basically, Nifty is given a breakout, and technically it should continue up. Hi Sagar, hi Aishu Mishra, hi Jigar, hi Himanshu, hey Vasant Joshi, what's up? I also want to read something interesting over here. So we can switch back to me now. And I wanted to talk about what? Bank Nifty is on fire. It actually broke out. I'll show you the chart in just a bit. India now has 10 crore demat accounts. Sweet, but I think we still have a long way to go. Macros looking good. ECB. This is interesting. The ECB, which is the Reserve Bank of India version of a foreign company, of a foreign country, increased its rates by 0.75%. Usually it's done this about 25 bips or 20 bips. It's been a long time since it's actually moved it up by 0.75. This means they're trying to bring in inflation by increasing interest rates, reduce liquidity in the markets. This is a bad thing for equity markets. It means that we are still in an up-moving credit cycle, interest rate cycle, and markets generally tend to come down. But what's beautiful over here, or can I say this as an Indian, is that India का market bullish लग रहा है, क्योंकि leverage नहीं है India में. There's no leverage in India, so it's actually looking really bullish. But America is actually falling. Interest rates are going up, and things look like it'll continue to fall. So for the first time, we actually have short US, long India. Can we do a round of applause for India? Yes, yes, I can hear the round of applause for India. Very nice. Hi, Vineet, I see Shwati, Jigar, Vineet, Vijay Babu. Option strategies pe अच्छे courses lao yaar, LearnApp pe. What do you want to learn? Vineet, put it in the comments and we will try to bring those courses. What else do I have over here? Oh, this was actually very interesting. What we'll do now, guys, is I'll first switch back to my screen and let's open Bank Nifty. Okay. Can everyone see Bank Nifty over here? Bank Nifty, very, very simple. It's in a consolidation. It's crossed swing high 1, swing high 2. It's actually super, super bullish. So banking usually leads rallies before market moves into an uptrend. Another reason why we think that the uptrend will continue for a long time. But here's how I'm going to help you, okay? At what point will we say that the trend up is not going to happen now? The trend will move down. So how do you do that? Well, when markets close below this pivot low, it's also called a swing low. What is this? Low, where is the low here? Okay, the low is here, 32,290. The moment markets go below that, that's when we say this entire uptrend has failed and the market will fall. Chances of that happening are low. If it does, we'll say we are now in a downtrend. Anywhere above that, we are in an uptrend. So can everyone write that down, right? When we go below, if we go below 32,290, we're in a downtrend. Above that, it is an uptrend. So if you see an opportunity for long-term investing, it's completely fine. Remember, we're not supposed to predict where markets will go. Nobody can predict the markets. Nobody. But we can follow smart money, or we can follow inflow and outflow of money and decide when to press the gas accelerometer and invest and when to not. I can see Yash, when do you think IT will bounce back? I'm going to answer that question, Yash. Dhanraj is saying, can you guide on option courses, their live training class? Yeah, that is. Can you send an email to help@learnapp.co and we'll help you out there. I can't help you out here. There is an advanced course on it, but please send an email. Beneath, or leave a comment. Beneath is saying indicators, how to avoid sentiment. Okay, so let's go one by one. Thanks, Ashish Sharma, for saying my energy is good. I'm actually super tired today. I slept at 3:30 a.m. and got up. No, I got up at 3:30 a.m. and then I couldn't sleep till 6 o'clock. Oh my God. So I'm actually pretty tired, but let's do the analysis anyway. So everyone now knows that Bank Nifty is in an uptrend and where the trend turns. One interesting thing I found is that crude oil is down. Yeah, crude oil is down. This is Vasant's research. Thank you, Vasant. Crude oil is down, and therefore paint ke margins will actually improve. As you know, crude oil is directly connected to the raw material that paint manufacturers use. So when that price comes down, the input cost reduces and margins improve. So what we'll do is, I'm actually going to open some paint stocks. Asian Paints is actually a very bad example because generally it's a good company. Oh, why isn't it there? Asian. What am I doing wrong? Okay. Yeah, so isn't that beautiful? Damn, dude. Look at that. Such a beautiful chart. And I'll just shift to monthly. I know people hate me for looking at long-term stocks. Yeah, there it is, right? So beautiful. So, of course, this is bullish. Anyway, for paints, it's basically a positive thing. Now we'll go through a bunch of index stocks. Yash Kotak had asked for IT. So let's look at that. CNX IT in indices. There it is, Nifty IT. Let's see what happens here. Vijay Kumar says, best books you've read till date. I just released a YouTube video on it. Vijay, why don't you Google it? Same Reminiscent Stock Operator. These are all good books. So or put a comment, I'll reply manually. Only SGX Nifty can predict. Lol. Huh. Yeah, that's true. So, okay. All right, let's look at this. Okay, this is beautiful. So, the first thing I'll tell you about CNX IT is that we are still in a bullish phase. On the daily chart, on the weekly, you might see market is falling down. That does not mean we're in a downtrend. It is still an uptrend for these stocks. Remember, their revenue is predominantly US and Europe, which means if those economies aren't doing well, it directly affects them. This is a great investment opportunity because IT turnaround is not going to stop. Digitization is not going to stop around the world. And it's only Indians who can actually do the best job. So how you will look at this technically is simply like this. The market is bullish. It may fall somewhere here, or even lower than that, or might just go up from here, no one knows. But the downtrend actually starts here. So if we go below this number, that's 11,000 K niche, that's when the downtrend begins. Chances of that happening is very, very low. So yeah, that won't happen. Himanshu says, hey Prateek, I'm curious to know that do you use your own 52-week high? Yeah, so I have one account that uses that, but I also have a different investing strategy which I use. And you'll be surprised how simple that is, but I'm not going to talk about it today. It simply looks for good cash flow stocks. There's a fundamental screener. I look for a technical entry and there's a technical exit. It's very simple. It's just capital moves from debt, between debt and equity. That's it. I just capital allocate. And if you just do this over 2 cycles, you can make a very good amount of money. One cycle is generally 4 to 5 years. So it's a 10-year cycle. But yeah, it's very simple. Want to get trained by you? I mean, you don't need to be trained by Kivraj. I don't do anything special. So I hope that answers your question about CNXIT. I'll also open the weekly chart and once look at this. Yeah, nothing. So as soon as this swing high breaks, it's back in an uptrend, and the swing low break over here would mean that the downtrend will continue. Let's see what we have next. CNX Auto. Okay, that's interesting. There was something about. Can you just switch back to me, or just stay back to me? Don't show the screen, Abhi. Okay. So one thing interesting that's happening is that passenger vehicle sale numbers are going to come out this week, right, Vasant? This week, right, or next week? Coming week. And people are expecting those numbers to be good or beat street expectations. So over here you'll see that we just broke out from this consolidation phase. So technically there is momentum in auto for it to actually move up. Look at that, it's beautiful. So auto is poised for a continuation in an up move, and the trend changes nowhere close, maybe below 9,100. So it is also in bullish territory. Is that amazing? Most sectors are still bullish. Let's see something else, CNX Auto, and I can see Paras Defense asks Rajesh. Rajesh, that's not a very large stock, so I would not recommend me actually doing any analysis on it, because technical won't work on it too well, because you'll have to perform some fundamental research on it, because it's not a Nifty top 100 for sure. Yeah, so there's no point doing that, but I can do it for fun if you like. Let's look at Paras Defense. Okay. Is this the one, Paras Defense? Wow, okay. So my recommendation is, until you don't understand what the fundamentals of Paras is, don't even look at the technicals. And yeah, I hope you're not investing in small stocks like this. Stick to Nifty 100, Nifty 50, those stocks, and find opportunities there. Yeah, I think that's a better way to look at it. So I will not give any opinion on this. It won't be helpful. IEX, okay, that's interesting. IEX, let's see what Indian Energy Exchange. And we have the monthly chart, nothing, it's moving down. Yeah, no opinion at all, guys, actually. Yeah, no opinion at all. This stock is just doing this, so nothing on the technical front. You'll have to perform some fundamental research, and it's too short a time for me to do that over here. Maybe we can talk about it in the comments. Bhagat of Bhagat Singh asks, don't you think the current situation in Europe, drought, Russian gas halt, will have an impact on IT and outsourcing in India, especially IT? Very good question, Bhagat. The way to interpret macro news is that you don't use any macro news to ever place an investment or a trade. All the information you see has already been digested, consumed, thrown out, and acted upon by the largest managers in the world with money already. So they've already done their buying and selling. If you read the news and do a reaction, you will always see the markets doing the opposite. Am I right, Bhagat? Kabhi aisa hai, good news and market falls, bad news, market goes up. Why is that? It could be expectations. It could also be the news is old. They have Bloomberg terminals giving them news much faster than you. So my recommend is don't look at news. Simply look at price, look at fundamentals. If there's an opportunity, pounce on it based on that. Does that make sense? Hope I answered your question. Okay, what else do we have? So many comments. Okay, IEX, no opinion. Amber Enterprises. Ooh. Okay, I'm not opening Amber Enterprises, dude. Why? What? Dude, Nifty top 100, okay? Don't do all these random stocks. Bank of Baroda, okay, let's do that. Bank of Baroda. This is PSU, right? This is Bank of Baroda. Vasant, is it PSU? Yeah. It is, right? So you know what we think about PSU, right? I don't like PSU. I don't like PSU. Jigar says, by the way, the background is very nice, not looking at horror movies. Thank you, Jigar. He always comes and gives besti about our background and says it's like horror movie. Thank you, Jigar. Good job. Let's look at Bank of Baroda. So Bank of Baroda is actually, look at this stock, guys. I want everyone to analyze this stock with me, okay? Everyone type. Do you think this stock is in an uptrend, downtrend, or confused trend? Who can tell me? Just look at this. It's monthly chart from 2004 to 2022. What do you see? Give me the answer in the comments. Is it uptrend, downtrend, or confused trend? Now, compare that to, I'm giving a random example, okay? This is not, this is not a recommendation, obviously. I'm just randomly opening Asian Paints. Look at this. Is this uptrend, downtrend, or sideways? Okay, what's your answer? Put it in the comments in the live chat. And the third example, this one. Do you think uptrend, downtrend? Okay, now compare this. You tell me which one is easier to understand. Yeah? क्यों अपना दिमाग खराब करना with stocks doing this crazy bullshit, right? If you have some nice stocks moving up, they're fundamentally good, they come down, they give you an entry, invest for the long term. Isn't life easier like that? Please think about this. Searching for a gem might be fun, but it may not be the best way to create wealth, right? A lot of trainers and people out there try to say, I'll find a gem, etc. for you, but they have a selfish interest, right? Ki I will train you, or I will give you tips, I'll give you call or whatever. But the truth is, you stick to the top 50, top 100, there's always an opportunity there. So can you type in the chat, or if you're watching recording, the top 50, top 100 stocks are beautiful. Find an opportunity and wait. Can you write this in your own way? And maybe this is a better mantra than finding a small cap stock that can go up 100x. It's not worth the risk. Let me just read the chat so I can see. True news comes after market digest. Is it good? Adani, IRCTC, confused trend, great. It's just a joke. I love you too, Jigar. Vasant says Asian Paints be like to the moon. That's true. IRCTC for short term. Yeah, what is short term? IRCTC. Okay, there's not enough data for technical analysis for IRCTC, okay? I can't give any opinion, I'm so sorry. Please use fundamental analysis to figure out if it's a good company or not. I don't have an opinion on it. Thank you. Adani group of stocks, no. Any other questions? If you don't have, I will do my own thing and open CNX and see what else we have over here. Let's open FMCG. Sir, is there more upside this month, said Scalper. The truth is, I don't know. But the analysis on the chart seems that, yeah, there is more momentum left for sure. Now, whether that happens or not, I can't claim to predict. But yeah, the likeliness is high. I hope that was useful. And I hope you're not trying to buy Bank Nifty or buy calls based on an analysis that the market will go up. Okay, that will not work. Please don't try to predict. You have to have a system, follow that system forever. Okay? So if you're trying to guess market upar jayega, niche jayega using technical analysis, it won't work. Please don't do that. Please find a back-tested system and try to follow that system for a long period of time and manage risk reward. These are the two things you have to do as a trader or even as an investor. So let's look at FMCG. Look at that, it's beautiful. You have a nice chart moving up. Isn't that sundar? Wow. But it's on the upper side now, so it seems like it maybe one more bar, one more month up, and then it will come down a little bit and then move up like that. So this is sort of like a buy on dips thing. If it ever happens as a dip in the next 6 months or so, that's your cue to look at FMCG. What is your best and worst investment till date? Oh my God, that's a tough one. My best investment was a pair of shoes I bought, which enabled me to walk properly. Okay, my best investment, I mean, that's a really tough one. There have been stocks like Exide and stuff which have moved up a lot, and I just held on to them for a long time. So, yeah. Boros ITC, please. Okay. Okay, how can we not do ITC, right? It's like nahi, ITC to dekhna hai. Okay, cool. So what do you have for ITC? Ooh, look at that. So nothing, guys. ITC is moving up. It's beautiful. Sideways. Yeah. Opinion on ITC is, it's in an uptrend. And the trend changes below 205. So basically, I'm a trend follower. I say we don't know how high stock will go, but you know when the trend changes, you exit. So if you own ITC, you would hold it, you wouldn't exit, and this would be your stop loss. Oh yeah, worst one is Reliance Power, Himanshu. I think my old Demat account still owns stock in Reliance Power, I think. I think I've not exited even yet. Yeah, but it's a very small amount. But yeah, I had invested in Reliance Communication, also where I was single. So yeah, that's ITC. Anyone else? Jigar says Exide and United Spirits. Okay, I can open that. Exide and United Spirits. Okay, Exide is just sideways. There's no opinion here. United Spirits. Do you guys know about what we did with schools, by the way? So we went to a school and we conducted financial literacy classes there. If you go to our YouTube, you can see a video on what that is. It was beautiful. You won't imagine what the kids reacted to when they found out about long-term investment and index investment. These are class 8, 9, 10 students. Index investing, it was crazy. So please watch that video if you can. And we're trying to go to 75 schools. So if you want to contribute and be part of this movement, there is a link in that video where you can fill up a form and volunteer, and we can go to schools and spread financial literacy and just basic investing. And remember, always tell a school student to never trade. He should just invest for a really long time. That too in an index fund. Anyway, so McDowell, someone was asking, yeah, stay away. It's a sideways trend. I don't think McDowell's, that's United Spirits, actually makes any sense. Any other question, guys? If you have, let me know. I'll look at one more stock by the time you guys answer. And then we'll actually be done with today's session. Nifty, metal. Okay, let's look at pharma actually. That might be interesting. So pharma is actually a bullish investment right now. Not investment, bullish trend right now. And the trend changes below 6,200, right here, over here. So if we go down below this, that's when this actually reverses. So I don't think that'll happen. I think likely it's going to come near this blue line, go slightly below it, and then go up. You can't predict. As long as we're near this, pharma is actually very interesting to invest for a long term. So check that out. Cool, guys. If you have any questions, please put in the comments so there's permanency and I can actually respond. Yeah, and let me know if there are any questions. We would have another session on Friday. And if you have any questions, please put it in now. Thank you so much for all of your time. I will see in the comment section and I will reply to every single comment and make sure that this is useful. Next week, we'll cover a little more of macroeconomic news with the help of Vasant's research. I'll also go through some more charts. I'll get questions from you too. Crypto series with Tanmay was just a tease then. That's right, Amrit. It was a tease. We did not end up shooting it. But guys, one question. Would you like us to do a series on scams? Does that sound interesting? If yes, can you put in the comments what kind of scams do you think we should cover? Wouldn't it be interesting in the LearnApp production to actually discover that? So if you think that's interesting, put it. I'd love to hear your comments on it. See you next week, guys. You've been the best.